Get pumped, get excited, because I'm about to tell you guys all the books that you guys have to be picking up on this week's new comic book day, on this week's Wednesday pull list, right after this. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel, and like I said, welcome back to another Wednesday pull list, your hype video for all the amazing books coming out on New Comic Book Day, in my opinion, of course. But guys, we are just one day away from that magical middle of the work week day where we get our hands on our brand new comics. There are some amazing comic books coming out this week, and there are some amazing covers. But you guys know how we start off this video. I always start with showing you guys my pull list. But guys, that is so small, you guys can't see what's actually on that pull list. So let me go ahead and throw it up on screen right now. Guys, there are 14 books on my pull list, which is a little light. But guys, there are some bangers in there. There are 3 new #1s, and I am not behind on any books this week. I've read every single thing to be caught up. So that is it. Guys, that is my pull list. I'm caught up on everything, so every single book you see here could be on my pull list, but guys, not every book can. That's why we have a top 5 must-have pickups. But guys, that's later in the video. You guys know what's next. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the chopping block. Alright guys, if you guys are new to this video series, the chopping block is a section of this video where I talk about books that I am cutting or chopping for my pull list. And sadly, there is one book that is on the chopping block this week, and that is Almighty issue #2. Now this is from Edward LaRocque, and I had high hopes for this book because it sounded really cool. It's way off into the future. It's kind of post-apocalyptic. The girl gets kidnapped and the killer is sent to go save her from this gang of hooligans, and it just really kind of fell flat. I didn't have any connection to the character of the girl who was kidnapped, and the setting of the world just really wasn't that interesting, and the bad guys were really lame. And that was the biggest thing for me. When the bad guy turns out to be super lame, I just didn't really care. I'm like, do I care if any of these villains die? No, I do not, and I really don't care even if the main character dies. So that is why the Almighty issue #2 is on the chopping block. Now I will say I've already pre-ordered the next 2 issues, so I will read those, and maybe the story will get better, and I will continue to pick this up. But as of right now, this book is on the chopping block. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive in to my cover lover picks. My cover lover list is nice and fatty this week, so let's not waste any time and dive into these amazing covers. And the first one up is Deja Thoris, issue #1, the 1 in 40 Virgin variant. It is absolutely gorgeous. This was on my final order cutoff speculation and recommendation show. And guys, this book is just so good. If you guys see it, make sure you guys pick yourself a copy of this book. There is a trade dress version of it, but the Virgin is just so much better. And next up is the Flash #794. I haven't had a Flash book on here in so long, and there are 2 Flash covers for 794 that I really dig. And the first one up is going to be the 1 in 50 Torrin Clark Virgin variant of the cover A. It's just really that good, and when you take off the trade dress, it is even better. And guys, it's a foil, and who doesn't love a foil? And after that, the 1 in 25 is also really freaking cool. Now this is done by Eleanor Carlini. I want to say that's how it's pronounced. I'm probably butchering your first and last name, but your cover is absolutely amazing. The Flash looks really strong. They look like he's going super duper fast, and this is just a really cool cover in my opinion. But guys, after that, we're obviously going to have a Poison Ivy cover. Why not 2 Poison Ivy covers? I really like the cover B, which is done by Jenny Frison, and I also like the cover C in the 1 in 50. Those are the same covers. One's the trade dress, which is the cover C, and the 1 in 50 is the Virgin foil, and this is done by Josh Middleton, and it is just gorgeous. This cover is so freaking amazing. And after that, we're going to follow up with another DC cover, and this is for Batman and the Joker, The Deadly Duel, issue #5, and this is the 1 in 100 cover done by Daniel Warren Johnson. You guys know I'm a huge Daniel Warren Johnson fan, and this cover featuring the Joker is just freaking awesome, and I just love it just a little bit more because it's done by my boy Daniel Warren Johnson. And guys, we're gonna follow that up with some Marvel books. We have Mary Jane and Black Cat issue #4. Now this is the Russell Darterman Virgin variant. It features like a bunch of different versions of Mary Jane and Black Cat. It is really cool, and Russell Darterman is such a great artist. And we're gonna follow that up with my last cover lover pick for this week with X-23 Deadly Regenesis issue #1. The Peach Momoko cover just looks so freaking cool. Peach Momoko with another banger of a cover. Guys, those are my cover lover picks. What did you guys think of those books? Are you guys really excited about any of those? Or are there any covers that I missed? And if I did, guys, let me know down in the comments below. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next section, which is my number one that you need to be excited about. Now, there are 3 new number ones on my pull list, but there's only one that I am super excited about, and I think you should be super excited about it too. And that is Clear number 1. Now, this is written by Scott Snyder and art by Francis Manapul. Now, this was a Comixology original. It's already been out in the world, and if you read digital comics, you probably have already read this, but I don't read digital comics. So that's why I waited for this book to come out in print, and I'm super excited that Dark Horse is putting this out. And I just want to read the synopsis for you guys real quick in case you guys have not heard of Clear. In the not too distant future, mankind no longer sees the world as it truly is. The invention of neurological filters have made it so one can view reality however they choose. Old Hollywood monochrome, zombie apocalypse, anime, the possibilities are endless. Neo Seamus Sam Dunes is one of only a handful who choose to live without a filter. When the death of an old flame reveals foul play, Dunes is set on a wild and twisting mystery that will take him from the city's dead underworld to even deadlier heights of the wealth and power. That just sounds so freaking cool. And if you guys have read anything by Scott Snyder before, you know this book is gonna be a banger. So guys, make sure you guys are picking yourself up a copy of this book. And if you guys see that 1 in 10, make sure you pick yourself up that cover right there, because that cover is my favorite of all the covers for Clear number 1. But guys, that is my new number 1 that you guys need to be excited about and need to be picking up as well. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next section, which is my almost top 5. Alright guys, there are 3 books on the almost top 5 list. Now these books are all really good. They just didn't have that little something extra to get them to the top 5 list. Let's go ahead and find out what these 3 books are. And the first one up is Poison Ivy issue number 10. Now this book has been fantastic. That first story arc was amazing, but issue 7 and 8 kind of fell flat. But issue number 9 is starting to pick back up, and we're starting to build that steam again to being in a really amazing series. And also Masayo Takara was not on issues number 7 and 8 as the artist, but he's back, and this book is starting to pick up steam again. But the book after that is Moon Knight issue number 21, written by Jed MacKay, art by Alessandro Cappuccio, and this book is a solid book. I just feel like we're a little stagnant, but we are moving ahead, and there was something really cool that happened in issue number 20, and if you guys don't want to find out, skip ahead like 10 or 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, spoiler! Moon Knight can actually die now. Khonshu is trapped and he cannot resurrect his Moon Knight. So Mark Spector has to be a little more careful, and that is pretty cool. And the final book on our almost top 5 list is Batman issue number 133. Now this is written by Chip Zdarsky and art by Mike Hawthorne. And Batman is still stuck in another alternate universe. And this book feels to me like it's a remake of a story that I've read before from Batman in the past. It doesn't feel fresh, it doesn't feel new, it feels like recycled material, and that's why this book is on the almost top 5 list. It's still interesting, I'm still enjoying it, but I feel like I'm reading a recycled story. Guys, let me know what you think down in the description below. Do you feel that Batman is really stale and we're on this treadmill of repeating stories over and over again? Guys, let me know down in the comments below. Alright guys, that is my almost top 5. Let's go ahead and move on to the top 5 must-have pickups. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 5 spot of our top 5 list is a Batman book, and it doesn't feel recycled. And I'm talking about Batman and the Joker, The Deadly Duel, issue number 5. Now this is written and drawn by Mark Silvestri, and like I just said, this book does not feel like a recycled story. This feels like an old school Batman story, but it feels fresh and it feels great. I love that the fact that the Batman and Joker are forced to work together, and the story is best when they are together, and Batman is not off on his own. No, when the Batman and the Joker are trying to solve this case together, it is absolutely fantastic. And if you did not know, Harley Quinn and Jim Gordon has been captured by some big evil guy, and he has forced Batman and the Joker to work together to solve the case. And the hoops that they have had to jump through, and the way these two characters want to solve the case separately is just absolutely fantastic. You guys have to be checking this book out, and that's why it's in the number 5 spot of my top 5 list. Alright guys, let's go ahead and move on to the number 4 book. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 4 spot is another DC book. It's also another Bat family book with the Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, issue number 6. Now this is written by Matthew Rosenberg and art by Carmine Di. Yes, there is a backup story, but we're not going to mention the backstory because I don't think any of the backstories in this book have ever been any good. But guys, the main story is so freaking cool. But before we get to that, I just want to shout out Carmine Di.'s artwork. It is absolutely fantastic, and the way he draws the two Jokers, yes, there are two Jokers, is so freaking great. And I absolutely love the whole mystery behind this story of having two Jokers and them trying to figure out which one is the real Joker, because the one that is out in California thinks he's the real one, and the one that's stuck in Gotham being hunted by the Red Hood thinks he's the real Joker. So what is going on? Who is going to be the real Joker? Are we going to have two Jokers? Is this the lead up to having the three Jokers in continuity? Well, I don't know, but I cannot wait to find out. All right, guys, let's go ahead and find out what my number 3 book is. All right, guys, sitting in the number 3 spot on my top 5 list, which is right in the middle of this list, is a great little book from Marvel Comics. You heard me right, a great book from Marvel Comics. I normally never say that because there's not that many books at Marvel Comics that are any good. But guys, this book right here, which is Silver Surfer Ghostlight issue number 2, written by John Jennings and art by Valentine DeLandro, was fantastic. And what I really enjoyed about issue number 1 was they actually took some time to introduce you to a new family of characters, and it was fantastic. They gave these characters traits and they gave them things to make you connect with these characters, and it was so nice to actually be able to do that with new characters and not just be thrown into this mess and then these characters disappear. No, these characters, I believe, are going to be around for a little while, and this was so freaking cool. There wasn't a lot of Silver Surfer or any other superheroes. We just followed this new family, and it was so great. Mainly the brother and sister, well, I should say mainly the sister, but the brother was also really cool. I don't want to ruin anything. The art was really good by Valentine DeLandro, but the main thing is the story by John Jennings was absolutely fantastic. You guys should be picking up issue number 1, but guys, for issue number 2, there's an awesome Alex Believe cover, and this was a surprise hit. Guys, read this book. It was really, really good. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to my number 2. Alright guys, the book that's sitting in the number 2 spot is an independent. I've spoken about this book multiple times. Do you guys know what it is? It's Know Your Station, issue number 4. Now this is written by Sarah Gailey and art by Leanna Kangas. And guys, this is a must-have pickup. This book is so good. Do you like murder mysteries? Well, you guys will enjoy this book. It's kind of like Knives Out, but not as intense as Knives Out. And it's also set way off into the future, and it's awesome. We're stuck on some spaceship with a lot of rich people, and murders keep happening, and our main character can't figure out why. She's also a drug addict who's trying to recover from being a drug addict. Her best friend's an AI. It is so good. You guys have to be reading this book, and you guys probably hear Frank snoring. He's snoring so loud it's driving me insane when I'm trying to record this video. But guys, Know Your Station, issue number 4 is fantastic. The art by Leanna Kangas fits this book perfectly. It's a great book. You guys should read it. All right, guys, let's move on to my number 1 book and continue to hear Frank snore. All right, guys, the book that's in the number 1 spot on my top 5 list is a Marvel book. That's right, you heard right, a Marvel book. Again, is in the number 1 spot. That's happened multiple times over the last few months, which is really cool. That means Marvel Comics is actually putting out some good stories if you're willing to give new books a try. And guys, this book right here, Fantastic Four, has been really good for the last 4 issues. And issue number 5 comes out this week. Now, this is written by Ryan North, and there is a new artist on the book, Ivan Forelli. I wanted to say that's how it's pronounced. It's really sad that Ivan Coelho is not going to be on this issue. Hopefully he comes back. I have not looked ahead to see if he's going to be on issue 6 or 7. But guys, the story is the main thing on this book. Now, the artwork was fantastic by Ivan Coelho, but the story by Ryan North, which is very character heavy, is so good. We found out what the big horrible thing that Mr. Fantastic did in issue number 4, and it was pretty bad. He made a whole block of New York City disappear, but not just that. Something terrible happened to the people of that block. If they didn't die, I'm not going to ruin it for you. You guys should read the book because it's really good. But it's bad, and that's what made the team break up and then go their separate ways. But they came back in issue number 4. It was really good. There was a lot of character moments and a lot of emotion was brought up. It was so good. I'm really sad that Ivan Coelho is not going to be back for this issue, but maybe Ivan Ferrelli is going to bring the heat and it's going to be really good. But either way, I cannot wait to see where this story is going to progress. But that is my top 5 list, and that is this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, but let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, you guys have made it to the end of the video, and if you guys have made it this far and you guys are still watching right now, you guys know exactly what you are. You guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting Steph and I in this video. And if you guys did enjoy that video and you enjoy comic book content and you guys are not subscribed, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Now I do have one more request for you guys. If you guys are still watching and you guys have not left a comment, guys, leave a comment down below letting me know what books that you're super excited about that are coming out this week. Do you have any cover lover picks? What is your top 5 list? Are there any books that are on the chopping block? Let me know down in the comments below. I do have a video announcement for you guys. I will be doing my CGC unboxing this week, and after that, it's my final order cutoff, speculation, and recommendation show. Alright guys, that is it for me in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.